Hey guys, how y'all doing? My name is Chaos. I hope you're absolutely all having a blessed day today. Now, see, here's the thing. There's some breaking news. I don't know if you've seen, you probably have already, and this is probably old news by the time this is going out, because as of recording this on Monday, this was released on Sunday, so you know, it's like 2 days old at this point. Well, it's a day old at this point. It'll be 2 days old by the time this video actually goes out. But anyways, with all that being said, BAND-MAID's releasing their new album, and that makes me real excited. So they announced it via, it looks like almost a sort of short, I want to say, but it's like an actual video. I feel like they wanted this to be a short, but then also uploaded it. I'm kind of confused as the exact format of the video. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but you know, all of that aside, this is incredibly exciting for me because I'm like a BAND-MAID fan now, and it's like, hey, guess what, we're actually releasing new music now instead of just like reacting to older stuff. So I'm really excited. I do actually want to, I have watched the teaser trailer, so we're gonna watch it together if you haven't already, and then I want to just kind of talk about some things, and I'm not even gonna attempt to make predictions because it's BAND-MAID, but I'm just gonna like give some maybe insight. I don't know, we'll talk about it in a second.
I feel my heart living with you love me. Give me a wake up shower, susume, zetsu go no nai shingo. Let's face ups and downs together. I can never lose, bring the sun down, touching the sky ground. Kyomochi wa kirisakeku ajiwau.
So yeah, that was the teaser trailer that they released on July 14th. Yeah, so like what I was kind of rambling there at the beginning before I showed the full-on thing is that so usually when you are going to release an album, you can do a wide smattering of everything and just be like, here's just a whole bunch of stuff. But it's interesting though, you don't normally do that, because not saying that you like lose, like when I'm getting ready to say lose listeners, I don't mean lose as in like people be like, ugh, I don't like this, I'm not listening to your stuff anymore. Lose as in like you want to have some sort of like continuity, or dare I say narrative. And no, that wasn't a bad pun, that's literally just the only word that I could think of. But normally you don't want to have too wide of a selection of music or too wide of a genre spread, because it'd be like, even if with dedicated fans, sometimes it can be hard to follow if a band does that. That's why a lot of bands really don't do that. But one thing though, it was interesting because the first song that they showed sounds a little bit more poppy, not like poppy as in the character poppy as in like pop music. It sounds a little bit more, you know, like a pop song, like a more traditional sounding pop song, instead of what, in my opinion, BAND-MAID is known for, which is more of like the rock or the hard rock side of things. But granted, BAND-MAID also in the past has just been like, let's just incorporate all genres into the song just to mess with everybody. So yeah, who knows? Then the second one that they showed, I don't know if they've released the names. They probably haven't released the names. But that second song is very much more like falls along the lines of a lot of their other music, which if you've seen my channel at all, you know that I absolutely love their sound, so that's perfect for me. But yeah, kind of like it is more along the lines of a lot of their other works, which, I mean, once you've established kind of your sound as a band, you don't really want to stray too far from that, because, you know, you have what you are known for sounding wise, and then you can like play with it a little bit and make slow adjustments over time, but you don't want to like make a drastic change, and then it's not great. One thing, a recent example that does come to mind of a band that did this, I mean, I say recent, I mean anything I think within my last 10 years is recent, but Linkin Park did this where I don't want to say they like abruptly changed genres of what they were doing, but they made those changes and people didn't necessarily like it, because they're like, oh, this doesn't, you know, again, sound like Linkin Park, like their traditional what they had been known for in the past. But one thing that I do find interesting though is, I think it was it was either their last release before Chester died, or it was their last album before he died. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was really different from a lot of their other stuff, and it was just like, it was very abrupt, but also at the same time, if you think about it, with the way that music is produced and made, they had been making that journey to end at that point of sounding like that, of that being their sound, long before any of the music actually got released. Probably a few years, if not 5+, that they're like, okay, this is the style that we're doing. And then they like make changes, not necessarily release everything, but like slowly progress as what they want to sound like. And then you ended at that song, and it's like, people are like, wait, where did this come from? This isn't the Linkin Park that I know. It's like, well, yeah, but this is the progression that they have been going on behind the scenes, so this is what they're releasing, which it's just fun thing to talk about, not really related to BAND-MAID at all. Like, didn't mean to completely shoehorn that in there, but you know what, whatever, we're here. And then also too, so two of the songs that they showed in this wouldn't be what I would consider to be like hard rock, but so the first one, and then the first one could dip in certain parts of the song back into hard rock. The third one was really interesting because it feels more like the only word that I can think of is transcendental, but I don't think that's the actual right word. Feels more atmospheric, almost like kind of big and flowy instead of, you know, the heavy, dark, and grungy that everything that I've heard of BAND-MAID so far has been on the heavier side of things, and a lot more like with the grit and grunge in there. But then the third song that they show here has a lot more atmosphere to it. It has like a lot more of trying to put it into words is difficult, but it's just like, I don't know, it just feels can't really think of a way to describe it. It just feels more atmospheric. I'm just gonna leave it with that. Yeah, and I was, you know, it caught me off guard, but I really enjoyed the that part of it where it's just like, oh, this is like different. This is like different. Like almost sounds like, I mean, obviously it's a completely new song, but it's like they found a new way to do things, and it sounds very inventive and very unoriginal. Not unoriginal, original. Wow, that was the entirely wrong word. Oops. But yeah, no, original. Inventive and original is definitely how I would describe that third song. I'm excited to hear the full version of that one because that sounds super, super cool. And then the fourth song clip, I can't tell if that is another song or if it's just the same song as the second one, because the set from the music video looks kind of similar. That's the only thing that I can really go off of, because I mean, the song sounds slightly different, but like as far as the instrumentation goes, but like also it could just be different parts of the song that they're using. So I don't really know if there's actually 4 songs, if there's 3 songs. I'm not entirely certain, but I mean, I would be led to believe that it is a different song, but you know, we'll find out when the full-on album gets released, and if there's 2 different music videos or if there's just one. So yeah, that's kind of that. But yeah, I just wanted to you know, just make this video talk about it, because you know, I looked in the release. I mean, I'm sure that like all over social media it's like popping off, but I'm not really on Instagram or Twitter right now, so you know, TikTok, who knows. But you know, it's interesting because the official teaser video only has like 15,000 views, and I'm like, that's odd. So, but yeah, I just wanted to, you know, make this video and just talk about maybe some things that will like, just like the through narrative. It's just interesting how they chose different styles of music for all of the things, and you know, why it'll be interesting to hear when the full-on album gets released why they chose these, you know, this handful of songs to promote the album, because it does seem a little bit disjointed. And it's like, if it's an album called Epic Narrative, I'm really interested to see how they are going to like weave a narrative through all of these songs. So I'm excited. I hope you are excited. And yeah, I have a whole bunch of BAND-MAID reactions in the meantime, and I'm going to continue to make more BAND-MAID reactions until September 25th, which I think was when, September 25th? Yeah, September 25th. And yeah, I don't entirely know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to make a video per song or if I'm going to do one album reaction. I don't know, we'll see. But be looking out for that. But in the meantime, yeah, like I said, I have a whole bunch of other BAND-MAID reactions. I should really just make a playlist. I'll probably make a playlist. If I did make the playlist, it will be linked in the description down below, so you can just go ahead and go watch them and enjoy all of my journey so far down the BAND-MAID rabbit hole. But with all of that being said, I hope you absolutely did all enjoy, and I will catch you guys all next time. God bless.